The more things change, the more they stay the same. Criminals have always been able to obtain illegal weapons, and it's no different in the future. What used to be Mexico had been integrated into the United States along with Canada, so there were no more borders. Arms dealers from across the ocean were free now to run whatever contraband they wished into the southern part of Mexico and then into the area we now know as the United States. However, at the time of the Ogre Troll Wars, there's no United States. The entire continent is simply called America, which includes all of North and South America. There has always been a push for a one-world government as far back as the Tower of Babel. This concept, that was always doomed to failure, is still being propagated in the future. But with the alliance of all the countries now becoming one, restrictions are no longer in place. Government had tried to restrict the movement of its citizens, mostly by covert operations such as regulating fuel prices, driving the prices up so high that people could no longer afford to travel like they used to. Food prices began skyrocketing due to supposed shortages that, in reality, were really non-existent. They were simply tactics to control the people and restrict their movement without openly showing they were doing so. This freedom of movement has both its plus and minuses. While it made the entire continent accessible to the entire population, the lack of restrictions also eventually led to an enormous increase in crime. Also, with all of the nations having become one, there were millions more people for the government to regulate and also to care for. Social programs spiraled out of control, and with each concession the populace became more and more entitled. Finally, the economic drain on the populace was too much, and anarchy started to reign. Crime went into absurd extremes, and the entire country became weakened, with everybody at each other's throats. It was when this was observed that a population that had remained hidden for centuries saw an opportunity. A population of people whom had lived underground since medieval times, when they were banished to the subterranean Netherlands, began to resurface. This was a population that was, in this day and age, thought just to be folklore. But they were not folklore. They were real. They were a different breed, but they were people. The legends of giants in the distant past were thought to just be the rantings of those with vivid imaginations. But the truth of the matter was, these giants, these beings, were much more than legend. They were underneath our feet all the time, and we did not even know it.